Okay, in this video, I'm gonna take you through what I would do if I was just starting off on TikTok as a musician. What would I post? How often would I post? And how would I start building a fan base on TikTok? If you're here for the first time, my name is Rebecca Smart-Buchan, and I help musicians level up their music marketing. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want me to help you think creatively in how to market yourself as a musician. Now, before I tell you step by step what I would do if I got started as a musician on TikTok in 2022, let's take a look at why TikTok is so lucrative for musicians right now. Well, 75% of its users find new artists from watching videos on the app. That's an estimated 600 million people discovering new music from TikTok each month. Wow! 67% are more likely to later search out tracks they first heard on the app on a music streaming site like Spotify. And did you know that TikTok got more traffic than Google in 2021 and has overtaken YouTube for average watch time in the US and UK? This platform is growing rapidly and it's not slowing down anytime soon. However, there is a major opportunity right now on the platform. You see, only 55% of the TikTok users actually upload their own content, which means there are more viewers than content creators on the platform. There are more eyes than people creating content. So the ones who are creating content right now are winning with a lot of traffic. That is, if you create good content, something that can relate, entertain, inspire, inform. I mean, it needs to trigger some form of emotion in the viewer, and the algorithm will reward you with tons of visibility. You see, it's less about content optimization on TikTok and more about how creative you can get with your ideas. If you have a video that someone wants to spend time on, watch time, TikTok will push it. Doesn't matter if you use hashtags or not. Some of the most viral videos on the platform doesn't even have hashtags or what time of the day you post on. If it's good, the platform's gonna push it. So the ones who are creative with their content ideas are winning huge these days, as the organic traffic is on a completely different level than, for example, Instagram. Trying to grow from scratch on Instagram these days, it's so hard and mostly doable through Reels. I mean, let's take a look at Instagram Reels versus TikTok. So the average engagement rate is substantially higher on TikTok versus Reels. For instance, Justin Bieber posted the exact same dance challenge on both platforms. On Reels, he got roughly 4.8 million likes, translating to about a 3% engagement rate. On TikTok, he received 9.5 million likes for a 49% engagement rate. You also have a huge advantage on the platform because you are an individual. You're a person. Instagram Reels is very much used by a lot of brand pages and companies, and they're performing well on Reels as people are used to being exposed to this kind of content from companies and brand pages on Instagram. However, TikTok is very much focused around individuals and people. Brands and companies are really struggling on the platform. All right, so let's get into it. So if I was getting started on TikTok right now as a musician, this is what I would do. Oh, by the way, if you want to invest in your TikTok growth, don't forget to check out my 30-day TikTok challenge that I'm running at the end of this month. Post twice a day for 30 days with the personal help from me. Check it out and join now if you want to level up your TikTok. So step 1, you need to do your market research. So if you want to conquer the platform, you need to start spending time on the platform. You need to understand how people are using the platform to share their ideas. What formats do they use? How do they film it? What do people talk about? The first thing that you should do is to find 10 similar accounts in your niche and industry and start following them. Go through their content. How do they use the platform? And when I say 10 similar accounts, I'm not talking about who your musical inspirations in general, and you try to find their TikToks. You see, they may not have figured out yet how to really use the platform, even though they're huge in their genre. So you need to find the ones who are similar to you, who are doing well on TikTok. So let's say you're a techno producer. Don't start looking up like Carl Cox or the big ones. I mean, Carl Cox has like one video on TikTok. Instead, start by searching some hashtags. In this scenario, it's hashtag techno producers, hashtag techno DJs. Then look at the ones who are dominating these hashtag pages. Review their content and go into their profile. Check their other content. If you like what you see, follow. This is called market research, and you will never be successful on TikTok if you do not have an understanding of what works for the people in your niche and industry. But you are so much more than just a musician, which brings me to finding your niche. So the most crucial step to finding success on the platform is to understand what your niche is. The direction a lot of musicians take when starting off on TikTok is to create content that is relatable for other musicians, which basically means that other musicians is your niche, which can be fine, but sometimes that can also limit you. So you need to start thinking about what your brand is and to see if there is any niche or niches to you. For example, let's say you're a music producer and a gamer. I would much rather be a musician hanging out with gamers on the platform than with other musicians. You have an edge as a musician in that community. You could then create content like the perfect song for the specific games, promote gaming playlists, and also create content gamers can relate to. Yes, you're a musician, but a big part of you is something else as well. Is that something else what your niche is? Sally, one of my members in the Smart Club, who's also going to be one of the participants in the upcoming 30-day TikTok challenge, is creating indie pop music around being hopelessly romantic. So that's going to be her niche on TikTok also. Dating. Not just for anyone, but for the millennials and the ones in their 30s who's actively dating. She's found a niche she can speak directly to on TikTok through content. The more clear you can be with your niche, the easier you will also make it for the algorithm to push your content to the right people. You see, most people spend their time on the For You page, and TikTok's main job is to show relevant content to people. When you make content for a specific niche, you're doing the job for the algorithm, and the algorithm will push it in front of more in that niche if it generates great watch time. Step 3. Focus on quantity instead of quality in the beginning. So when you're starting off, you have no idea what works and what type of content that you enjoy making. So you need to start testing shit out. It may even take 150 videos to try out before you get one big hit. But if you keep going, the hit will come. In the beginning, you cannot afford to spend too much time on one piece of content for it to be perfect, as we're just testing out ideas and how you want to use the platform. This is exactly what the focus is in my 30-day TikTok challenge, where you post twice a day for 30 days, which is 60 pieces of content. During the 30 days, you will test out new things and try out concepts and innovate your content. Out of my first 60 videos I did my first month, only about 2 to 3 of them really hit big, which got me to my first 3,000 subscribers in 30 days. So after a period of testing, you will be left with a few formats that will work that you can continue developing going forward. I would then start focusing more on quality rather than quantity, as you've gotten an indicator of what works and what you like to create. But until then, you need to test shit out. Your content will not be perfect, and it's all about just testing your ideas and trying different formats. So let's take a look at the type of formats that you can be doing on TikTok. The first format that you should play around with should be around your music. Are you going to contribute any music to the platform? Okay, so what do I mean by that? Well, if you're a singer and a songwriter, are you going to sing cover songs on TikTok? Are you going to write songs using 5 random words? If you're a rapper, are you going to duet upcoming producers? Or rap relationship advice if that's your niche? If you're a music producer, are you going to create music for content creators to use? And if you're a DJ, are you going to be spinning a mini mix for TikTok? One of the content formats that you should experiment around is how you show the musical side to you. So remember the market research that we did in step 1? Well, look at the different accounts that you've been researching and try out some of the formats that you like from here. Like, for example, our Swedish techno producer, who is also joining the 30-day TikTok challenge coming up, will try out this type of format where she will mini perform a small mix just for TikTok. The small mix has 3 different songs showcased in a list format where you have to stay to the end of the video to get the name of the 3rd song on the list while she's DJing the mix. If your thing is singing or rapping, then go and check out how other singers and rappers are showing this on the platform. Then start testing out a few different formats and ideas. This could easily be turned into a content series where people start following it. And TikTok is all about content series. Part 1, 2, 3. However, this shouldn't be all your content. I work with many musicians through the labels I consult with who have blown up on TikTok by, for example, singing cover songs. However, if all they've done is cover songs on TikTok, it makes it hard to start rolling out your own music through the content format that you are using. So you need to have your account filled with some more different types of content formats and try out some variety. Some other kind of content that you can try out on your profile can be obviously the TikTok sound trends, the long rants, a day in the life posts, introduction posts, sound page with text over, reenactments. I'm actually going to create another YouTube video on the different content formats that are performing really well on TikTok right now that you should go and test out. Subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when I post that video. Now, so how do we optimize for the most views on our videos? Let's optimize the content to go viral. If there's one metric that you should pay attention to, it's the watch time of your videos. If you have a high watch time, your content has a chance to go viral if people stay to the end of the video. That's why you'll see a lot higher view numbers on shorter videos often, because it's easier for a 7-second video to go viral than a 1 minute. It's difficult to get people to stay until the full minute. However, that's not to say that you need to only create 7 seconds videos, because then people wouldn't really get too much value from you and it may not be a big enough incentive for anyone to follow you. So you need longer videos as well. But how do you get people to stay and increase the watch time? That's where the 3-second hook comes in. The 3-second hook is everything. This will set the tone if they will spend longer time in your content or not. Your content needs to be sold within the first 3 seconds. You need to trigger interest of what is coming in that piece of content, but not give it all away. If you can be good at the first 3 seconds of your video and you nail this, a lot of the work is done when it comes to optimizing your content. Think of the first 3 seconds like a headline in the newspaper. That headline needs to get people to click on the article and read the full article, right? So no, you don't have time to start your video with, "Hi, my name is," they've most likely scrolled already. But if you start with, "There's one thing that no one is talking about right now," I'm pretty sure you got their interest. I want you to almost treat the first 3 seconds of your TikTok as holy. And look at this by itself and see if this triggers enough interest for people to continue. Really start nailing the 3-second hook and think creatively here. Another question I get a lot is about hashtags and posting times. Don't spend too much time on this. Spend 30 minutes where you do your hashtag research. Find 3 to 4 hashtags that really represent you and your content. Be more niche specific. The hashtags will first of all help in marking what type of account you are and who you are relevant for. But once you've found the hashtag that describes this, you can just use this on all your content. Of course, there may be 1 or 2 content specific ones, but hashtags aren't what's gonna make or break you on the platform. Sometimes you may even want to remove hashtags from your post to make more room on the screen and make it more personal and less salesy. You will still get pushed if the content's good. And what about posting times? Posting times are not either that important in the beginning, before you start having a following. Me, now that I have 22,000 followers, I try to plan so I post when people are mostly online. But in the beginning, you're just starting out. Then you can basically post whenever. Even if you post 3 right after each other or in different times, it doesn't really matter. TikTok will test each individual content piece on an initial audience and push it further if it's good. So that's it. That's what I would do if I was a musician starting off on TikTok in 2022. Do your market research, find your niche, focus on quantity rather than quality in the beginning, experiment with different content formats and ideas, and optimize your content for growth. If you want to join the 30-day TikTok challenge that is starting at the end of the month, head over to the link in my description. If you have any questions regarding the challenge, just send them in my DM on my Instagram and I'll get back to you. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in my next video.